openclipart.org is a fantastic resource for finding free scalable vector graphics that you can use, that you're allowed to use, to make whatever you want. I just did a search on airplanes because airplanes are fun. And here's one, vintage airplane. Look at it. There it is. Looks kind of spiffy. When you go to download it, if you download it with the main download link, that is typically getting you a scalable vector graphics. If you get these other things that are PNGs, those are raster graphic versions of them, so they're actually images, which might be what you want. But for doing a layout, go with the SVG because you can make it really big and do all kinds of neat stuff with it. So let's say download that. Are you in fact downloading that? Gosh, I hope so. I'm not seeing it downloading. I need a class with how to make the internet download. There it is. Cool. Okay. We got that. I'm going to close that thing. Let's get another thing. Let's get, how do you spell silhouette, do you know?
S-I-L-H.
As an H?
Yes.
Maybe other people.
O-U-E-T-T-E.
Okay. Let's try it again. I need a lesson on how to spell silhouette. Wait, oh, I'm serious. I see. Say again?
S-I-L-H.
Silhou.
U-E-T-T.
Like that. No E at the end.
Oh, no, there's an E at the end.
Oh, okay. Cool. Silhouette.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We've got all these silhouettes. There's a people silhouette. Open that in a new tab. There's a horse. Oh my gosh. This is going to be great. Put that in a new tab. Oh, an ostrich.
Oh, great.
New tab. There's even like a stripper dancing. There's a cow. Everything good. I used this one once, these 3 fiddlers. I used that for a class called Gorilla Gig Sound. But this is great. Bunch of people talking. Well, 2 heteronormative, we assume, couples in silhouette. Horse silhouette. That horse looks great. I'm going to get it. Yay. Ostrich. Yeah. This might be the best thing I've ever seen. I'm going to use it on everything. I'm in love with this ostrich. That cow? Sure. That actually is a bull, I think.
It's a strange looking cow.
Yeah, that cow has horns and some junk.
So big.
Yeah, it's a little funny. Well, maybe not. And this is, of course, great. Always fun. This is from... It's okay to use because it's from like the 1920s music program from the Library of Congress. It says right there. Great resource. Okay. So we'll pull up Scribus. I'll show you how we can use these things to do poster stuff. Oh, we will make poster stuff with these things. While that thing is launching, which is apparently taking forever, I'm going to show you another great resource. Color Lovers, spelled Britishly. Color with a U. Colorlovers.com. Get yourself a free account with them. It's just one of those things where you sign up. Because this place has people who like to put together color schemes, and it saves a heck of a lot of work. One of the big challenges with using Scribus is that it doesn't come with a bunch of like good colors in it. It's got like 10 or whatever, and one of them is that green one we were using earlier, which was just okay. This place, people are making good things, and they make them easy to search. So we're back to the program is launched and it wants my attention, but that's okay. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna go back to here. Let's say we want rock and roll. Rock. You search on Color Lovers. It's gonna find us millions of palettes related to that.
Okay.
You aren't seeing any of them yet because I'm not scrolling fast enough because it's thinking so hard. Here we go. Look at that beautiful thing. Actually, you should look on my screen because that is not what those colors look like. That is purple, a light purple that you can't see. Yeah, come around. Come over here and look. Because they're pretty. And they're actually cleverly named as well. See? Look at that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that is still also cool.
That is weird. Yeah, I
Well,
like
it's
that too.
I like it
but-
too, but this is better.
Yeah.
Hippie van, love it. I'm gonna get hippie van. So
these are people that
these are people who are freaky about colors, who decided
I love.
to.
Colors.
I love colors too, but these people are on a website, and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna combine some colors and give them a name, and other people will enjoy them and use them in design work." Now, initially, I thought, "Oh, am I allowed to use these colors?" Because they made those colors, and in fact, there's a copyright notice that says like, "Oh yeah, these rights are reserved somewhat in some way." But I read about it, and actually, it turns out that you can't. There's no intellectual property law that covers color schemes, and the thing that is their property is actually just the square or the little shape where they show what it looks like, because that is an image, and that is something you can have intellectual property of. So basically, what they're saying is these things are protected or have some rights to be protected from people who want to take the website and turn it into a book about good color schemes. So that protection exists because those images that are those shapes are in fact their intellectual property. But you and I, who simply want to make a cool poster that looks like a hippie van, we are able to click on Hippie Van by Elisa Beta and enjoy it to our heart's content. And furthermore, there is a really easy workflow for getting.
Tells you the name of it so that you can just find it.
Well, they're tagged too. And actually, you can go into channels like business and print and things like that, and they're further categorized. It's really well done as far as exploring goes. This one is tagged various things. I can't. Where are their tags at? There's probably a bunch. Down here, tags. LSD. Man. Hippie. Island. Ocean. Sex. That Russian word that I can't read. Something in... I think that's Chinese. I'm not sure. Anyway, so they say credit must be given. Commercial use is not allowed. Derivative works are allowed but must be shared with this license. None of that is true about our use of the colors. It's only the palette image that is governed by that.
So you can use all of the colors together in a poster, and it's just not.
It's fine. Yeah, totally okay.
This is cool.
This is great. They have a ton of different ways you can download them. The way that I recommend for what we're going to do is to get them as a scalable vector graphics. And it's because there's a side effect of importing these graphics into the poster, into Scribus, that we're going to use to our advantage. So I'll click on it, or whatever, make it go downloading. Yes, it's clicked. It is downloading. Good. I think that has happened. Yes. Good. All right. So I'll set that to the side here. I'm going to make a new document in Scribus. I'm going to start going hog wild, importing graphics into this thing. I'm going to say import. You see it says get vector file. That means get one of those SVGs that we previously downloaded. So let's see what we have in here. Badoop, badoop. Let's go by not by that at all. Oh, I see. These SVG files are what they are. I think these are okay to get. Well, it's not letting me get them. That's confusing to me. Let's just go. Well, why are you giving me guff? Alright, let's try going to downloads. It's as if it didn't really download the thing. That's the disco dancer. If I go like that, does it come in? Usually when I download them, it actually gets them as an SVG file that doesn't have this XML thing at the end. But this works too. I don't know why in this particular case it's acting that way. That's the lady I got before. Let's look at 7 more in the Finder window. Now here's my airplane. I can just drag it in. There it is. There's my horse. Get that thing. Cool. All right. So I've got these elements that I got from the internets. And here they be. Very fashionable. And as you can see, they're all, right now they're black. I mean, the others could be other, like we might have downloaded ones that had color in them, but it happened that we got things that were black. Just that was a coincidence. If you select the vector graphic and go to properties, you can of course go into colors and pick from the various from SVG number something or other, and that's what we're going to exploit for our for fun and profit in just a moment from using those color schemes we get. So I can make it be green or magenta or cyan, and same goes here. I can make it be blue or green or whatever. Of course, we can duplicate these just like before using Apple T. If we wanted to make there be some variations together of things that we might want to use in our poster design.
So are there any other colors that you can use?
Well, right. Isn't that rough? Because there were just those colors, right? But remember when we were like hippie van, rock and roll before? Well, we can import the SVG file of our hippie van by dragging that in, and we get a box that is the colors of the hippie van, which look less dingy here than they do on the screen you're looking at, but look fine for our viewers at home. So there they are. They're just sitting there. Let's go in and select again these other things that we have and go to colors, and you'll see that those colors are now showing up side by side in our color scheme, so that I can turn this lady into a hippie van lady and this plane into some sort of hippie van colored plane thing, because those colors are now part of our palette. It's like they were brought in automatically.
So if you import an image that has colors.
If you import a vector that has colors defined in it, yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and if you have your colors already defined, like if you've got like a whole layout that you've done, an example would be if we go to our let's go to the Pink City Monsters. Remember them? One moment, please. Here we are. Pink City Monsters. Wake up, Pink City. Because the crazy mothers are playing at Pip's Bar Faux Bar. If I go and import, get a vector file, and I get Hippie Van, and I bring it in, see how it's got this little like things that looks like a newspaper?
Yeah.
That is like the where do you want it to go? Just click somewhere and it'll show up. Then get it out of your way.
Okay.
I might have to zoom out to make that happen. There we go. You can see my other palette that I used is right there.
They're all from that site.
Yeah. This is how I invented doing that. I mean, other people do it, but that's how I figured out like that this would be a good way to show people to do things. You can actually fairly quickly switch these things up by going to replace colors, and you replace, and you find like, okay, that's that pink. Let's replace that with how about that pink? Okay. Those look the same to me, or are those the same? Maybe wrong. Anyway, they're very similar. That's fine. Not the best demonstration, but we'll go in and we'll do it again. Replace colors. Add. We're going to replace that brown. Let's do this thing here with. Let's do it with this color from the hippie van. Also, similar colors. I hope I'm not just doing the same one over and over again, because that would be hilarious. I'm definitely going to do that darker brown so that we can actually see it with the purple. But let's do replace colors. Add, and we'll get the brown. I think that's that brown. And then we'll do that with the yellow here. Go okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and you can tell that it's happened when it changes it on the palette here, which makes
Really cool.
yeah. I mean, this is not cool. This is pretty ugly looking at the moment, But
But the
but
fact that
let.
you can import them.
Oh, sure, absolutely. So I'm thinking maybe like change like this background color to being like the blue or something. You can also go in and just do it by hand, like each thing. But this is like a wholesale changing each one in the whole document that way. It looks like we may have like, let's say if we change this pink thing here. I'll just do it directly to it so it doesn't mess us up. We can go and change that to being the purple. Oh, wait, sorry. That was the fill. We don't want the fill. Oh, that thing is a that thing is an image, I think, that has an effect on it. Is that true? Yes. We're using a colorize effect on it, and we need to change that colorize effect to being make it be purple. It's a whole section of this program, and it'll take it a moment, but then it'll eventually show us it being purple. There we go. And for this text stuff, we can manually go in and say, oh, well, we want this text stuff to reflect, I don't know, the blue. Ugh, bad choice. Bad choice. Yellow, a little better. Anyway, going through and getting that color scheme all switched over, and you end up with something that'll actually look, kind of hip. Not yet, though. Let me see if there's I think there's a background layer, yeah, and that this is in the background, yeah, and I can change that to being like the light blue, and that I think will make things look a bit better. That claims that it has nothing. Oh, that's for the yellow line. So what is for... There must be a thing below it. Oh, there was a thing below it. Okay. No? I'm not sure what that is. Because I'm seeing something that's got a fill to it. It's been a while since I made this thing. Let's just see. I'll move this thing away. Oh, behind it there was one. Is that the one I wanted? Not sure. Oh. Bringing this back. Ugly. We get the idea. You can switch out those themes. Those are two really great resources.